Heads up everyone, I did record this update video about an hour ago, but by the time I've actually processed it, the servers are live. Go and update your Xbox, your PS4 for Ragnarok and the end game content. Hello ratbags, it's Jade Plays Games. Welcome to launch day. Ark Survival Evolved is finally launching out of early access. Today's the day. No more delays, no more muck-ups. It's going to happen. Well, what can you expect? Day 0 launch update. That's what to expect. You will not be reinstalling the whole game. If you're purchasing the game for the first time, it will be pretty much what it says currently on the PSN and the Xbox Live stores. There will be an additional update though for the Ragnarok content. People in early access, you simply have to download the update like you normally do. And we are live. We're going to have Ragnarok. We're going to have the end game content. So, I did predict that the game would be coming out around 8 AM Eastern time. It just made common sense. If they're shutting the servers down for 8 hours, of course they're going to only upload the actual update for the game once that's done. Let's go and take a look at the Day 0 official server information. The Day 1 patch will be set across all platforms at approximately 8-9 AM Eastern time and should show up on all consoles within the hour. I'm sure you guys can go and work that out for yourselves. Otherwise, if someone could post it in the comment section what that would be for most time zones, that would be amazing. This update will include Ragnarok for console as well as the end boss content accessed through the cave for all platforms. The update size for consoles will be approximately 26 GB for Xbox. We do not have a number for PS4 yet, but PS4 patches are usually small in size due to the different method patches are submitted. I swear it's like the Ark devs watch my videos because I pretty much put all that information in my update video yesterday. The official server network for PC will be going offline at 2 AM Eastern and the official server network for consoles will be offline at midnight. So that's already happened by now. There will be at least an 8-hour blackout across all platforms where no officials are online. After this blackout period, we will launch the new official servers as well as the remaining legacy servers. Over the course of the 24 hours following this, more servers will come online. For Ark's launch, we plan on providing new official servers for the following game mode: regular, vanilla, non-tech, that is so many people are going to be happy about that. Primitive Plus as well, and that's going to be for Ragnarok, guys. There is another tweet where Jen confirms there is Primitive Plus servers for Ragnarok. Hardcore, isolated clusters, no taming, extinction servers, and offline raid protection. Also important to know that the extinction servers will be back on the island and the centre map. That's what Jat said a few weeks ago. With the bulk of the servers being focused on the vanilla game mode, both PvP and PvE, and smaller amounts of niche servers, this could be increased based on player demand. The primitive game mode will be removed in favour of the non-tech tier servers. So that might be a bit of a blow for people, but to be honest, if you're not a fan of guns, I'm sure you're not going to be that bothered about the tech tier not being there. It just makes sense. The Chinese are coming. I'm reading this and I've got to make sure I've got this right. PC Asian China servers, the current isolated PC PvP Asian servers we have on our official network is hosted and provided by Snail Games. They have decided that with the launch they will be taking down their legacy PvP servers and relaunching them as part of the new official network. So in my eyes, if they're taking them down, hopefully means they're wiping them. But it doesn't say wipe, it just says taking them down and relaunching. These servers will be included in our cross-Ark cluster and therefore will be transferable to and from as opposed to being an isolated region. Now maybe they've done that to boost PC numbers, but I can't see that being a problem. Because the way I'm reading that, to me, I could have this totally wrong, please correct me if you know it a bit better or you think you understand it more. But if they're not actually wiping the servers, they're just relaunching them on the official network. Does that not mean that their PC servers, people will be able to bring their dinosaurs, their items, their characters over to the official brand new cluster? I thought the whole point was not to do that. I could have that wrong. I have put a tweet out to Jen, or the post that it was put on. Even if they are wiping, it does mean that all the servers will be open, so the Chinese will be able to raid, and they're super popular in China. Ark is crazy popular. And already there's been problems on PC where tribes have just jumped onto the wrong region. They've come from China and have jumped onto the NA region or Europe region and have just wiped out every single server. So now it's going to be even easier because they'll be able to transfer all their items, all their dinos across any network, any region in that, you know, in the world on Ark, on PvP. And while you might think that's okay, it's really not necessarily because of the ping issues, the lag it creates. Really, if you're in a region, you should be playing on that region as much as possible. not jumping onto everyone else's regions, and that's frequently what they do. Thick Freedom made a very funny video on it, you should go and check it out. So we'll come back to that. Later this week we have both our PS4 and PC legacy save files available to use. PS4 expected to be here sometime tomorrow and will be accessible via hosting with Trado. Due to sensitive information contained in the save files, it is required to be accessed and hosted through a licensed third party. Xbox saves will become available when rentable servers are available in September. So, if you have built up your base on an actual server, you've loved that official server, the legacy server, you know, it's all good and dandy, you can literally take the save file of it and upload it to your private rentable server through Trado. So if you've tamed hundreds of creatures and you don't want to let them go, you've built a huge base, a great community, if you're going to prepare anyway for renting your own server, you could literally take that save file. And of course you won't have any of the douchebags that cause the duping, and you can go ahead and wipe out any bases that you don't want, as it's your server now. So that's really good news for people that don't want to let go of the legacy servers but don't want to stay on them with no support and the rest of the dupers. So a couple things to remember with that: when you're searching for the servers, make sure you've clicked the legacy filter on if you want to find your official server from the legacy ones. There will be a new option. So the gig size for Xbox is around 26 GB. The PlayStation 4 will be a little bit smaller. Remember, if you're playing official servers only, don't be too worried if you don't see a big selection of servers straight away. They're literally flicking the switch on hundreds and hundreds of server boxes. So that may take up to 24 hours to get them all available. So do not panic if you do not see the game mode that you want, or if you have trouble connecting to some of them. You may just have to give it a little bit of time. Just a couple of side things to note. Jesse put this tweet out saying they're considering adding an option for 60 frames per second at Xbox One quality, in addition to 30 frames per second at PC high Xbox X quality. Now, again, it's really, I'm not going to go on too much about it, but at E3 they did say they would have epic settings. So at the moment, this is definitely not epic settings at all. If you want 60 frames per second, you're basically going to have the potato graphics that are currently on Xbox One. Now, I call them potato, it's a long-standing joke with me, but it is true. Xbox One's graphics are just nowhere near as good as the PlayStation 4's, and I've been hoping and hoping this update will make it a bit more on par, and I really do hope that's the case. So I don't think that's really particularly that great. If you've got an Xbox One X and you're looking to play Ark on it, that's one of the main reasons you're buying one, yeah, sure, 60 frames per second is great, but having it on potato graphics isn't the one. I guess we'll have to see and what options there are. There are a few months to go. I'm sure they'll be able to pull something out of the bag a little bit nearer the time. Jesse didn't understand what I was saying, but I did want him to know that if he could get 60 frames per second on Xbox One, I'd call all my future babies Jesse. But of course, we're never going to have that. We're lucky if we get 30 frames per second on the Xbox One. And for anyone in the UK currently looking to get hold of the collector's edition still, do not shop at Game or Amazon. Go to Very. Very is a catalogue website, so you may need more additional things to sign up for it. But if anyone in your family is part of the Very catalogue, you can get the collector's edition for £129.99. That's £25 cheaper than it is on Game or on Amazon currently. Not to mention the fact that I ordered from both Game and Amazon, and so far Amazon has been the only one to say they are delivering it today. Game haven't even processed my actual order yet, and it's still not even shipped. So if you are expecting it to arrive from Game today, you may want to get customer services and ask them what the hell's going on. As for Amazon, I know a lot of people were told it was coming on the 30th, but it looks like lots of people, as well as me, are getting it arriving today. But I have now cancelled both them versions, and I've bought my versions from Very instead. Now, I don't normally promote catalogue websites, but at the end of the day, it does give the game a much cheaper, and I think that's a much fairer price for the collector's edition. It will come, it doesn't have the picture, but it will have the dossier book, the necklace, the cloth map, the season pass, all that stuff. And if you've never opened up a Very account before, you can literally get one with 20% off on your first purchase. That's what I did. So it only works out as like £104 for a collector's edition. That is great value. So get on it now, I'm sure they won't be there much longer. And that is for Xbox as well. I wish I could say I've got more information about USA prices and stuff, but I really haven't. And lastly, just finishing off with Trado again, I will be going through another tutorial. They have updated it and have added the INI files. If you don't know what the INI files are, they basically give you much more choice and things you can do, options with the servers. It is more complex. It is definitely going to be one of these tutorials I do where you're going to need to be focused. It is exactly the same settings as PC. So if you've used them before and you're hosting a console server now, you won't have no problems. But certainly wait until you get my tutorial or find a good website that has all the INI files on it. You literally have to type in or copy and paste thousands of lines of code. My Patreon is live at the moment. We're all getting hyped and excited about the launch of Ark Survival Evolved, officially coming out of early access. Come and join, come and see the fun. And of course, if you want to join me on my dedicated servers, then make sure you go and check out my Patreon page. And there we go. It has been a crazy experience, guys. I've done over 1,500 videos, and you know what? A vast majority of them, I'd say around 1,400 maybe, well maybe not that many, about 1,200 have been Ark Survival Evolved videos, and that's in 20 months. You know, until Ark came out, I was doing videos occasionally. I wasn't doing it every day. I was lucky if I was doing one video a week. I had periods where I didn't upload for months and months in the end. But you can see here, the minute I started doing Ark content, it just started shooting up. So I'm truly grateful for WILDCARD and the actual game itself. End of the day, I put the hard work in, and I think I put in hard work more than most. But without this fantastic game, I don't know if I would have had the growth I have actually had in the last 18-20 months. It's truly been phenomenal. I can't thank everyone's support. And although I do get grumpy and umpy with WILDCARD occasionally, I do respect the game they've actually made. They have worked hard. Their decisions are baffling, but you know what? They are trailblazers. For everything they've done which has been questionable, I don't think any other company has done or innovated or done more interesting things in the last 20 months. And of course, when you do things like that, it does sometimes result in negative or blowback. But truly, I wouldn't be where I am on 40,000 subs and, you know, nearly 10 million views without the actual game being there for me to cover. So thank you very much, WILDCARD. Good luck with your launch. Good luck to all the survivors out there, everyone else that has enjoyed that experience, whether it's on PC, Xbox, or the PS4. Let's look forward to more content, more controversies, more rants, and hopefully more good times on Ark Survival Evolved. Good luck, everyone.